All right, what's happening, everybody? Let's make sure we're up and running here. That's first thing is first. Got to make sure my sound is working. Then we can get on into it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're looking pretty good. Okay, the reason why I'm making this video today is because I've seen a lot of people making videos about Dillian Whyte and his mandatory position right now when it comes to the WBC. What people fail to realize is the WBC is the only sanctioning body that Dillian Whyte is currently raked in at the time. One of the main things that people are getting messed up is this part right here, which you see on your screen. The WBC may, in its discretion, accept anti-doping testing by a local commission that is substantially in accordance with these rules and regulations and may recognize suspensions or other penalties for anti-doping violation imposed by local commissions. However, the WBC reserves the right to conduct its own testing or investigations, hold hearings, and issue its own decision regarding the culpability of any boxer for anti doping violations. And that's where it gets, that's where this all comes into play at. I've been listening to stuff, at work because I'm bored and stuff like that. And while I'm in the bathroom and during downtime and not during downtime. And folks out here believe that since Dillian Whyte didn't pop on VADA, it is none of the WBC's business. But let's get into it. In the case of Mr. Dillian Whyte, you can pass VADA, but if you have an adverse analytical finding with any drug testing agencies, the WBC can, at their choosing, because their rules are written to have a say in who fights for their sanctioning body, or not, hold their own investigations as well. WC has made it clear that they are doing their own investigation on Dillian Whyte's alleged adverse analytical finding, and in order for them to do the investigation to find whether or not there was wrongdoing, they need the information. They requested the information and was denied by UCAD. So what is the WBC supposed to do? Hmm? What exactly is the WBC supposed to do? Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So what is the WBC supposed to do? Are they just supposed to sit back and relax and let all the hoopla happen and stuff like that? And let Dillian Whyte do his own damn thing and let UCAD and the Triple BOC do their own thing? Like, what is they supposed to do? Huh? They just supposed to sit back. They requested the information and was denied by UCAD. So, right? I'm 100% certain that the WBC has heard of or has been informed of the Triple BOC and UCAD sketchy business practices when it comes to adverse analytical findings. For example, not informing fighters of their opponent's failed drug tests. Out of competition drug uses, even Edward Hearn chimed in and said, "How can you allow a fighter for their entire camp to take a drug like that?" This is regarding Billy Dope Sanders, which can help you cut weight, make you stronger, and make you faster and make you more dangerous in the ring, and that you can't have to look at their rules for boxing. This isn't sprinting or swimming. This is a sport where both guys can do harm to each other. So he even knows what the deal is. So Edward Hearn even knows what the deal is, but people ain't listening. People are letting everybody else slide with all this bullshit and all this hoopla, but they want to put all the blame on somebody else except for the person that actually popped for PEDs. And and then not only that, I don't hear people going around here talking about how wrong that is. There should not be something called out of competition testing. It shouldn't be. It should be all around the board. The same thing 365 or how many days in a damn year. What else they got? Withholding information of the WBC, withholding information from the WBC. Withholding information of the WBC of violations they may warrant the WBC to hold an investigation per their rules and regulations. So if the Triple BOC and UCAD is holding shit, what is the WBC supposed to do when they know all these things been happening? They're over there running amok, doing their own damn thing, not even going through the processes properly. Putting fighters in there with steroids in the ring. Shouldn't the WBC do their own investigation? Isn't that wrong? Right? So, if the leaked adverse analytical finding is true, then this would be Dillian Whyte's second failed drugs test with UCAT. Yeah, that's right. Second drug test with UCAT. So should leaked information, which is not yet 100% verified, be taken seriously, or should it just be swept under the rug? But then again, not yet 100% verified, but we know of a few things. We know of a few things right here. We know a couple of things. We got a leak. We know of the leaked audio of Edwin Hearn and Dillian Whyte. Hearn said, "Mate, that was a miracle of all miracles, wasn't it?" And then Hearn further goes on to say, I had everything. I had a statement for you ready to go, and he's just phoned me up and was like, "We did it." And I was like, "Oh my God." So who phoned you up? So who the hell phoned Edward Hearn up? Because this is what I'm thinking when he's saying phone me up. That makes me believe that he's in the loop on what's going on. Because what they're talking about is him popping for PEDs. And then having a hearing that morning, then going up in there acting like everything is copa steady. Edward Hearn know what everything going on, because then Whyte goes on to say, "I need to keep my hair for some reason." You know why you need to keep your hair? Because they want to test that shit. It's a fucking stitch up. I passed test in 2 days and then 1 in a million. Yeah, you saying then 1 in a million? What you mean by 1 in a million? Because you knew you had something in your system. And if it was 1 in a million, that basically telling me is that you wasn't supposed to pass that goddamn test. Right? So then Hearn goes on to say that early October that Dillian Whyte's supposed to have some kind of hearing, another hearing, some kind of hearing or an event. And then Hearn goes, he goes on to say in another article, he says, Hearn, it says, obviously the world has made their mind up that he's guilty. He has to be given a chance to show people that he is not guilty of what? Is the question. Why does Dillian Whyte need to show the people that he's not guilty if it's nothing? Because people are so caught up in this whole thing of being cleared to fight and being cleared of wrongdoing. They getting it fucked up. There's two different things. You was cleared to fight, but still have to go through all these investigations and hearing to clear your name. That means you're not cleared. That means you're not out of the clear. That means you still have further things to do, and hopefully you can rectify that and get back in the ring. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it will. And then we got everyone knows that UCAT is involved, so that's a good chance it is PEDs, right? So if UCAT is involved and everybody is saying that UCAT is involved and everybody is saying that these link tapes and all this other stuff, it makes this pretty much 75% right now, 75, 85% that he's on the juice, right? And then when you go into the aspect of nobody's denying Dianabol or PED uses, now that gives me another 10%. So we can say it's 85, 95%. So that's a pretty good percentage that we can make a pretty good assumption that it was PEDs. Correct? All of this stuff, this makes me believe that Whyte is being investigated for PEDs and that Edwin Hearn knows exactly what is going on at all times. This is the second time Whyte has popped with UCAT, and his fans think that Whyte adverse analytical findings should be swept under the rug because of Ortiz got a pass. But the blame should be on Dillian Whyte's shoulders. The WBC made Fury the mandatory, and Whyte has to wait until 2021. This is causing commotion with YouTubers and fans on the internet. But some are not keeping it real with themselves and allowing the Triple BOC and UCAT to run all over them by validating their tactics by blaming the WBC. Then the WBC didn't pop for P, and then talking about the WBC didn't pop it for PEDs or VADA didn't pop it for PEDs is bullshit. Whyte did it because the WBC didn't pop. Whyte did. So how you gonna blame the WBC? So how you gonna blame the WBC because of somebody else's fuck up? How you gonna do it? So some have even said Whyte should sue the WBC, but haven't seen one person on the internet articulate that what he could sue for, because the WBC rules are clear with PED uses and investigations. In my opinion, people who believe that Dillian Whyte should be the mandatory while knowing what he is going through, an investigation for PED uses is validating the uses of artificial muscle intelligence. In boxing, we are willing to turn a blind eye for Dillian Whyte to get a shot at Deontay Wilder. That's what they're doing. That is exactly what they're doing. But everybody wants to talk about, oh, this catch a body thing, these guys ban this guy for PEDs and all this stuff. But everybody want to give Dillian Whyte a pass now, right? Want to give him a nice little pass, which to me, that doesn't make any sense. Also, if you believe that Dillian Whyte is innocent of PED usage, then I believe people should blame the Triple BOC and UCAT for not being transparent and holding up Whyte's career with the WBC by way of knowing that their rules conflict with the boxing organizations in the U.S. That's my opinion. Why blame the WBC when the WBC ain't got nothing to do with it? The WBC is doing their damn job to make sure things is going smoothly. And also, the rules also state in the WBC is that if you're not doing drug testings right, they can unsanction your fight after the fact. They can fine you after the fact. They can deem that fight and drop you. They could drop you out of the rankings after the fact. So I hope you got your everything crossed, because if you believe Dillian Whyte can sue, the WBC got some rules for you. If you believe the WBC should sit back and let a 2-time PED user go without an investigation, you are wrong. The argument with that is well past VADA. The argument with that is that Whyte passed VADA. So the WBC should mind their business and stay out of UCAT's business, which is wrong. Which is dead ass wrong. So anybody that want to come around here on YouTube and talk about whether or not Dillian Whyte is clear of wrongdoing, need to come holler at me. If you break the WBC rules, you could be dropped out of the rankings. So now we got the glove usage. So let's bring that up to gloves. Switching of the gloves. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, the WBC rules state that both parties should inspect the gloves. And the gloves you use, both parties didn't get to inspect the gloves. That's a violation right there, ain't it? Popping for PEDs. Read what's on the screen. WBC trying to do their investigation. They can't get no information. Oh, but it's not WBC's business, because Whyte passed VADA. But if you look at the screen, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. So let's go on and cut it out. Let's stick to the facts. Let's stick what's on the board. Let's stick with the rules. Let's stick with the things that are supposed to happen rather than not the things that you want to happen. Let's keep it what's supposed to go down. What exactly is supposed to go down when somebody pops for PEDs? That's the real question. Should we should we should we turn a blind eye, and should we wait until tomorrow to start busting people for PEDs? Should we wait until tomorrow for the WBC to start doing their thing because they held an organization that they want to, run it a certain way, and you know, and make sure that boxers are not getting over on the rules and stuff like that under their watch for their belt? Should we wait until tomorrow for that? Or should we do that now? When is the right time to start busting people for breaking the rules? When is the right time for busting people who want to take PEDs? When exactly is the right motherfucking time? I'm going to tell you the right time. It's now. It was yesterday. It was last year. It was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and so on and so on. It's been time. Now, some of you guys might not know, but Dillian Whyte already served a 2-year ban for PEDs under UCAD. So if he pops again, what should happen? Should it be a lifetime ban? Should it be a year ban? Should it be 6 months? Oh, so you guys don't know what happened when he popped, huh? The first time. He tried to say it was from some shit over the counter. He didn't read what was in it. So they tried to get it dropped. By the time the ruling popped through and all the stuff come out the window, they was like, hold up, homie. You signed the rules and regulations. You were negligent. You didn't even read what was in it. You didn't even do what you were supposed to do, what you were told to do when you buying shit. You didn't run it past the doctor. You didn't run it past a physician. You didn't run it past nobody. You just bought it and put it in your goddamn mouth. And I'm pretty sure that's how Dianabol got in your system. There's a thing that motherfuckers say in America. Excuse is no. What is it? Excuses is God damn it. What's that word? What's that phrase? What's that? Ignorance is no excuse for the law. You can't play dumb like Canelo and think that you about to get let off. I think he should have served more than 6 months ban. But him serving a 6 months ban is just like Dillian Whyte fighting after the fact. Motherfuckers knew that he had Dianabol in his system. People knew he had Dianabol in the system. Let that motherfucker get in the ring. Because of money. Because of greed. Because they put a steroid user over. They put money over a steroid user. They put money over. They put a man's life at risk in the ring. And people are out here talking about Dillian Whyte should sue. I can't wait for him to sue. Sue for what? If anybody should be doing the suing, is Oscar Rivas. If anybody should be doing the suing, is Oscar Rivas' whole goddamn team. His promoter, his co-promoter, co-manager, whoever. They should all be suing right now. Sue the pants off the motherfuckers. And take Dillian Whyte's win away. And then make Oscar Rivas the mandatory for 2021. And then shove it in his face and say, ha, ha, ha. That's what should happen. And on that note, shout outs to the LDBC and everybody stay sucker free.